A vast majority of people, at least once in their life, have had big dreams of becoming a star. Whether that was to be a singer or an actor, it is an idea that for some reason is heavily engraved in the mind of a child. However, a good percentage of those people do not grow out of that aspiration. Many grow to pursue their dreams of being an artist, battling the multitude of challenges and doing everything in their power to be recognized and eventually become the best of the best. In this video essay, I will be diving into La La Land's ability to capture human emotion and embody utopian feelings through its musical numbers and storyline, whilst following and analyzing the story of Sebastian and Mia, two individuals who are desperately chasing their dreams alongside each other. La La Land was released on December 9, 2016, with its director Damien Chazelle gaining an immense amount of support. With its multitude of awards won at the 89th Academy Awards, it is an understatement to say the least that the film musical took the entertainment industry by storm. La La Land follows the story of Sebastian, who is played by Ryan Gosling, and his determination to become a successful jazz musician in the city of Los Angeles, California. Mia, played by Emma Stone, is an aspiring young actress working at a coffee shop located on a movie set. The two fall for one another, and on the journey to become stars within the Hollywood industry, they dwell in an endless amount of support from each other, and their careers are seemingly fueled by their fiery passions for their art. The concept of art versus entertainment in the Hollywood musical is introduced very early on in the film, specifically when Sebastian and Mia are walking through the movie set where the coffee shop that Mia works at is located. Sebastian is left stunned when Mia explains that she is not a fan of jazz, sending Sebastian into a lengthy rant about the importance of the genre and how it is quickly vanishing because of people's ignorance. In this case, Sebastian is the character that represents art. It is not to say that Mia is not passionate about her work or that acting itself is not an art, but throughout the film, spectators watch as Mia desperately auditions and attempts to score top-notch acting roles, but fails miserably multiple times. Eventually, Mia begins to give up on her dream, which Sebastian refuses to allow and continues to encourage her. While Sebastian dedicates his life to keep the magic of jazz alive, a mission driven by passion, Mia, although just as dedicated, falls as the character to represent entertainment. Having this established, it is time to dive into the musical numbers in La La Land. La La Land offers a series of 6 musical numbers, all filled with an incredible amount of emotion that linger at the hearts of the spectators. Numbers like Another Day of Sun and City of Stars manifest utopian feelings of intensity and energy that manage to fully allow spectators to be engulfed by what is unfolding before them. But how does La La Land manage to capture these forms of emotion so perfectly through the numbers? There is an outstanding relationship between the words and the music that are fully integrated into the musical. Numbers like The Fools Who Dream, in which Mia is auditioning for the role that would essentially make her into the star actress she always longed to be. Before the number, she speaks about her late aunt who used to live in Paris and the stories she would share with them when they were kids. The lyrics describe these dreams her aunt had, who at times seemed somewhat foolish. The number stands as Mia's last attempt in regards to her acting career. After being turned down and rejected so many times, her dreams are certainly becoming, in quote, foolish. This number, although simple in appearance, manages to pull at the heartstrings of spectators. As I stated previously, so many individuals long for the life of stardom, but similar to Mia, sometimes there is not much choice other than to give them up, unless scraping by somehow manages to satisfy their responsibilities in life. Those feelings of disappointment and hopelessness are captured within this number by, as Heather Lange argues, establishing the relationship between words and music and having the capacity of each to represent the intangible depths and heights of human sensibility. Although this use of emotion by the number is efficient in drawing spectators in and allowing them not only to relate, but to feel the emotions of the events that unfold throughout the film, it is not the only way that La La Land manages to make the audiences feel integrated into the musical. The concept of heterosexuality in dance in the musical, as argued by Richard Dyer, is strongly incorporated into the film. In this video essay, I will be discussing the third, much less common model of the appeal of heterosexuality within the Hollywood musical. At the beginning of the story, Mia and Sebastian's relationship is off to a rocky start. With their constant bickering and petty arguments that seem to arise from thin air, it is established that the two are not fond of one another, due to her thinking that he is some pretentious musician, and him not believing that Mia will ever make a name out of herself. However, this seemingly seems to change once the number, A Lovely Night, begins. Although the lyrics center themselves on how unfortunate it is to waste away such a beautiful night considering they do not like each other, they begin mirroring each other's dance moves. This type of mutual holding establishes a newly formed relationship, whether they are aware of it or not. Through Sebastian initiating the first move and Mia following right by his side, it can be argued that their differences most likely are not what they are making it out to seem. They both share this mutual goal, which in short is simply achieving their dreams, which throughout the film we watch as they continue to motivate and support each other on their individual journeys. As Dyer establishes, there is a third, much less common model of the appeal of heterosexuality, which suggests that qualities of sameness and identity of finding what you have in common might also be delightful, which is exactly what occurs once this concept of mirroring is breached in A Lovely Night. To conclude, La La Land is a film musical that took the world by storm through its well-rounded use of emotion-filled numbers and outstanding performances by Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. The story of Sebastian and Mia pulls at the heartstrings of spectators while still being able to engulf them in utopian feelings of energy and intensity. But most importantly, we must recognize the ability this film had on re-establishing the classical Hollywood musical through its different use of elements and techniques to achieve that look that Damien Chazelle was hoping for.